and I had a pretty funny idea today, which was, what if you tried to beat Minecraft and all of its structures, but in order of when they came out? This is something that immediately seemed silly to me, because imagine if you spawned in a desert, perhaps right next to a desert temple, you wouldn't be able to take advantage of this incredible luck, because you'd need to go for a desert well first. And then I realised, you know, it goes even deeper than that, because it's not that you couldn't just have to go for a desert well first, because desert wells were added before desert temples, but actually, as it turns out, the stronghold was added before both, and so we're going to be going into the fun world of defeating every Minecraft structure in order, despite the seeming impossibility, because of the fact that they aren't added in order of challenge or how much they'll help you, they're just added in a order. So let's go into how the ordering is going to be done, because I did sit down and have to think about this one for a bit. But basically, here's Minecraft structures. Wait, one sec, actually. Here are Minecraft structures, and I have a big old list of them. That's my options.txt. Okay, so here is my Minecraft, and here is my big list of all of the structures we're considering. This was a rough one to work out, because you have to start considering, like, okay, why is it that a fossil isn't a structure? It counts in the game as a structure, but it's clearly not, right? And like, okay, why is an igloo a structure, or a desert well a structure? I see a structure as something with a clear goal and something to be defeated, not something in the wild terrain. There's also the controversial not mention of the monster room or dungeon, but I believe those are the only controversial ones. Everything else on this list should be... Oh, whoa, 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 this is such a handy find. Oh my god, immediately from spawn, you can just believe this is rigged at this point. This is the most handy thing I've ever had. Okay, go, 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 go. I'm gonna punch him 40 times from the river here, where he can't hurt me, and if I get an ender pearl, I'll be able to find the stronghold, chat. So, yeah, we're going to be doing this. Let's get right into it. We'll start the timer now. And as you can see, I put it in a very clever place right behind my... right behind my my structures beaten text over there. But other than that, very, very good. So, hello, everyone. This sounds so off. The mic's set to the wrong one? Oh, that's funny. Oh, no. Okay. My PC has been crashing like crazy. And in between those crashes, it's just deciding to turn random settings on or off, and I don't know with what logic it is doing that, but it is. Okay, so can you hear me now? Are we good? Now we can move, I guess, that timer. While we're at it anyway, right? So let's go to this timer, and we'll just put it over there. Does that look good? Yeah, perfect. And now we can punch the guy a bunch more times. Geode, Avon, Toycat, and Toychat. Oh, you're saying hello. It sounded like you're saying, what about the geode? Good to see you, Peen, in your native language. I have your native beverage here. I went to Belgium over the weekend, for a wedding, actually, and I picked myself up some... Oh, God, okay, oh, no, what's happening to me? Okay, it's a drown. I was like, how am I drowning, though? How is the Enderman getting me? No, don't leave! You bastard. You absolute mongrel. Anyway, so now I am left with no easy way to get an ender pearl, and also a food shortage. But let's resolve that by going, because I think that we are in the roughest biome to try and survive in, but let's try and find some food. Actually, you know, I'm really dumb for doing that. But I did see a rabbit just there. That might be the best food we see for a while, so let's just go for it. There we go. One raw rabbit can technically... Oh, and then a second raw rabbit. That will keep me alive, technically speaking, in the most broad and generalized version of that word. There we go. 2 raw rabbits. Just what I like to see. And now we eat both of those. Ideally find some fish. And now we have to go to one of Minecraft's first free structures. Also, this is a tiny Badlands biome. Look how cute it is. It'd be perfect for finding a Mineshaft, one of the first free structures. Also, if anyone can drown in 1 block of water, you be the one to do it. Lipton iced tea is my favorite drink, and it was a culture shock when I realized the rest of Europe doesn't have it. Yeah, and it's not sparkling there either. It's one of my like favorite, you know, Dutch inventions. Iced tea, but sparkling. It adds something nice to it. It makes it feel more like a drink rather than like a... Because, you know, tea is something very specific to British people. I feel like this goes deep outside of that. So this would have been cool if there was a mineshaft in here, chat. But there is iron, which might be useful if we need to go to the nether. Yeah, I think it's going to be. So if we can just get some wood, we can get some stone, or we can get some iron. How are we going to get some wood? I mean, I guess those trees over there. I'll make the journey. And then hopefully we'll find some food. And hopefully we can find a nether fortress soon. I have absolutely no clue if there is a decent nether fortress or if any access to anything like that. But yeah, it'll be fun. Also, did you try the new version released this year? And it's fruitier. It's so good. I literally went to, it's called Calethor. I just went to one of those and bought the first iced tea that I saw because I was in a bit of a hurry on the way back to the UK. And then I just found it in my fridge today, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. That'll be a lovely drink for the stream. So yeah, I'm literally eating rabbits. This isn't technically required for the challenge, but it is fun to show you, you know, a different... Oh, okay, he's a really dumb rabbit. He's willing to kill himself. And that's useful for me because I don't want to waste too many hits on him. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to cook up this food in a furnace, and then I'm going to use that same furnace to get myself some iron. I bet... I saw another ravine there, so it's definitely worth looking and seeing if we can find a mineshaft. Because weirdly, I think that's one of the first 3 structures, which might be the hardest. If we go to a fortress, it'll make it very easy. Also, I can't believe the stream's been going for 4 hours, 8 minutes already. Time plus. Why is everything broken? Chat, I mentioned at the end of last stream, like, oh yeah, it's, I worked out my PC crashes if I have my headphones plugged in. Why does it crash when I have my headphones plugged in? I genuinely do not know. I just accept the world as it is given to me. But yeah, what's interesting is I decided to plug in my Elgato today, because I unplugged that at the same time, just thinking maybe it's that. It doesn't seem likely, but you know, let's give it a try. I plugged it in, and then like 2 hours later, my PC got stuck in like a deep death loop that didn't stop when I unplugged the Elgato or the speakers or anything. Basically every time, Windows has to like automatically repair the failure every time. And it's doing so by just changing random settings around. So like my cache in, you know, my browser's being broken. The random settings in my recording are being messed up. And for some reason, my timer has gone up 4 hours. I don't understand. The times where I feel most like, I don't know what the correct term for it is, but like, you know, we could just say most anti-technology, I guess, to be simple. But the times where I feel like, oh yeah, I'm not a proper adult, is when I have PC technical issues. Because I'm like, why don't you just work? Like, just for both of us, why don't you just make that happen? Maybe, Also, glad to be catching this stream again. Thank you, Mike Bailey. I'm glad that you are catching this stream with me. I hope nothing corrupted. Yeah, I'm really lucky that nothing major recording related is corrupted. It is all just like, oh yeah, some goofy stuff is changing. Okay, so now we can make a wooden pickaxe. And we can do this. So, what counts as beaten for a structure? Yeah, and that is a fun question. Cracked, polished blackstone bricks. I feel like the only correct answer has to be getting the intended outcome from the structure. So you beat a fortress if you get a blaze rod. Or I think you could say if you get the loot that it has. But I think we can I think it's one of those, like, you'll know it when you've done it. You know, you can't say, oh, it stepped foot in there and that's beaten. I think no one would see that as really being beaten. But maybe I'm crazy, that's for sure. I mean, to attempt this seems crazy. The moment I learned I have to go to a stronghold first, or you know, a fortress or a mineshaft first, I should have been like, okay, well, there's a silly idea I shouldn't attempt. But I just knew I wanted to do it anyway, and I hoped that someone from the internet, enough people from the internet, would care to come and join me. And maybe I'm wrong about that second bit, but I'm certainly doing the first bit. So I remember the ravine was... Also, I'm going to put down the furnace now, put in the food now, and then we're going to try and get some more rabbit, because that's a baby, but that means there's an adult nearby. And if he gives me a cooked rabbit too, that will keep me alive. Oh yeah, you're going down. You trust me, you are. Trust me. Oh god. There we go. Okay. That's the final piece of rabbit we need to cook to get myself up to full hunger, and therefore away from the problems that I am having. Boom. Wait, so wells aren't structures either, right? I think they are features. So I would have said that a desert well doesn't count as a structure, but they updated them. They actually mentioned this in there. They did a big desert well news post today. Or news post 2 days ago, and they're like, yeah, they actually used to be for basically no value until they added... So there was a big cave, like, right around here. Where was it? Was it on the other side of the river, maybe? I mean, I guess I could find iron anywhere. I sort of perfectly found it in that ravine, but I guess I'll just head into this one. I'm probably going to need some coal later, so if we get some now, that'll be handy. And, do you see any coal, chat? I see... Okay, I'm sorry. But I do see some iron. Let's go get it. There's a bit of a scary thing happening there. And one iron isn't good enough anyway, so ooh, we are gonna run into some issues. A lot of my problems could be solved by going straight to that village. Or, I saw hay bales, so I assume there's a village by spawn. But you know what's crazy, chat? Is I can't go there until later because I'm doing the structures in order. Someone get on the wiki for real-time scoring. Just Google a list of structures in order of release. So, yeah, the list of structures I have in order of release is in my description, if you want to see the 18 I've gone with. And, can you beat a desert well by brushing its suspicious stand? Yeah, here's the structure, by the way. So, the way we're going to get in is we'll just break one of these blocks. The rest will all fall. We can get down. And there we go. Easy peasy. Oh, Minecraft is being super loud right now. Are you noticing that, chat? Like, the water sound is, like, unbearably ridiculous. Am I crazy for thinking that? So now I'm going to just cook up enough iron to make a bucket, because that's going to be essential. And then we'll grab enough iron for, like, a shield. That might be important. And then, like, a sword or something weird like that. I think having an iron sword would be useful if we have to go to a stronghold and then maybe also to a fortress. I think having one of those might be really good. And having a shield too, genuinely life-changing. So let's throw the... Whoa! So loud! That was in my ears. Hey, thank you, Sophie Hawkins. How are you doing today? I thought I'd join you as it's Minecraft and chill evening. Currently rebuilding your Let's Play house, brick for brick, into my world. So, SSSSS, you're probably doing that as like a snake. But all I can see is when I see 4S's, I'm like, okay, this is the sign... It's like the secret code the US puts on their boarding pass for we're gonna give, you know, enhanced security, I believe it is called, that you get onto a lot of flights into that particular country. Where are these arrows coming from, by the way? Oh, it's up there. Okay, so we'll get down, we'll make that bucket real quick, because I'm gonna need it real quick. Come on, come on. Why is the crafting table this way anyway? Does anyone else find, okay, you know, does anyone else find it frustrating that the crafting table is automatically in all rather than craftable? Am I the only one who prefers it the way it used to be? I feel like I must be at this point. Also, I think the mix of everything is louder except your mic, which is arguably quieter. Oh, yeah, that's one of the things that used to reset a bunch but hasn't in a while. There's like a Windows issue whenever you restart. Okay, so sound. That is something I can fix easily. We go to sound settings. And then we go to audio device. And then volume, it's currently set to 80. I'll set it to like 88. And now it should be much closer. I also don't know why, but the volume goes from like 80 is barely audible to 90 is I am deafening you. It's like TV audio logic. I don't know why it is, but it is. Okay, so we need to get out of here, but there's a skeleton up there. So we need to get up by crouching ideally. Which we can not do. Okay, so we have to use my iron sword, which I didn't craft. And just, okay, get away from me. Get away from me, please, please. Oh, nice. Okay, so now we need to find a bed. Ideally without going to a village. Again, you could say that, like, you'd still be beating the game in order if you went to a village. I mean, really, you could very strongly argue that. But instead, I'm going to try to make the argument that what if we didn't have to worry about... Oh, that guy has an iron helmet. That's gotta be worth fighting, right? Yeah, let's go for it. I think I might get the iron helmet myself. And so I'll fight the guy who's offering me one. Okay. We'll fight both the guys potentially offering me one. This is why I could do with a sword, by the way. Do you see how useful that would be? Oh, look at that! A golden helmet. If I go to the Nether, game-changing. Okay, 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 okay. Very bad. I don't know how he hit me right there, but he did. I also don't know how I'm going to survive with one rotten flesh, but I guess I am. Oh, no, no, no! No! Get away from me! Get away from me! A baby husk is the worst of all worlds. By the way, Sophie Hawkins, that was supposed to be a creeper emoji. How do you feel about the next update? I quite like it, but it does feel a bit lazy. Also, what do you want to be in the next one? So everyone is all aboard the... the baby husk is still following me. I'm looking for lava now, by the way. I shouldn't go to the nether until I have food. But, oh, there's some lava. So that's a big problem solved. So now we just have to kill enough mobs without being killed by a baby husk. That actually is fairly easy to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, come on! You always get rotten flesh from zombies, except when you're starving to death, apparently. Okay, so gonna be very, very cautious here. Gonna use my sand to just make a little tower up. And now I can't be hit. I can go for this. Easy peasy. I'll get all the rotten flesh that I can, and that will be my food source for now, I guess. Also, Desert Well! I'm glad you're doing Desert Well, Jonathan Dad. Glad to hear you're doing well. Yeah, what do I think about the next update? I think everyone's aboard the ocean update train. Yeah, everything is super loud. It's got to be that a lot of my settings got reset. I'm guessing my audio didn't... Oh, no, it's still the way it is. I guess I just have my PC audio set slightly too high. Okay, here we go. We're alive. We're surviving. I've got rotten flesh and I've got lava. What more could I ask for? I mean a lot, but let's go for a nether fortress, because this is gonna feel like a speedrun, I guess. Isn't that a fun little twist? So now we can break that. I'm gonna be very cautious that mobs don't come after me, as indeed they are. And if they do, we just gotta I don't know. Oh, that guy has full gold armor. That could be really, really useful. Yeah, if mobs come after me, I just stack up. And then I make myself a crafting table. Make sure I place that in reaching distance. Then I'm going to make that iron sword, because I feel like if I'm going to use it for the nether, I might as well... Oh, no, no, no. How did he get me? Oh, no. You might think, just because you're out of reach for a mob, that the mob can't hit you. But when you play Bedrock, it's never true. Hello, hey stream. Good to see everyone, by the way. Yeah, to finish responding to Sophie Hawkins, what do I want from the next update? Honest? Oh no, we got a spider jockey. Wait, if we get a chicken, that means we could end up with... so if we kill that spider and then get him over to a biome where chickens spawn, we could theoretically get our hands on a music disc super, super early on. Although it's a husk, I don't know if they count. Husks are distinct from zombies, and so I don't think they dropped the right thing. Great start. You can always AFK in a hole for 5 minutes and not die. I would much rather die and have fun than not die and not have fun. That's my controversial take. So I've got myself enough sticks that I could craft a ladder, but I'm really going to need my stuff back, and ideally most of it didn't land in the lava. Okay, thank God my water bucket. That's like the most important bit. Put on the helmet. Ideally need to pick up that sword. Okay, I picked it up, but in the wrong place. So that was a great way to heal, by the way, gotta say. Give me some credit. And this is a great way, all of these mobs right here, all these zombies, are a great to restock on my food. Oh, I'm speaking terribly today. Yeah, one of the things that I'm like really introspectively like disappointed in is my reaction to tech not working. Because it should just be like, oh yeah, things don't work sometimes. That's how it is, lol. You know, that's how life is. And that's how most things are for me. But like when there's a person involved, I really kind of get failure. I'm like, I'm impressed that humans ever get anything done. But when it's a computer involved, it's like, ugh, something is poorly programmed somewhere. And so this is on me. Like, I think even when there's an issue of someone else, like, I think it's healthy, or at least useful, to be like, yeah, well, this is kind of, you know, like, if you are emotionally distraught right now, it is your fault you're emotionally distraught. It's not your fault what's happening to you is happening to you, but the one thing you do get to control in life is your emotional response to things, and you get to decide whether it is appropriate to be as upset as you feel like you're being. But when it comes to like a broken PC, and if that's upsetting because it's like, oh yeah, this is like, you know, I can say there's nothing I could have done, but actually it's like, well, maybe my Ethernet driver is outdated. Maybe also, is this free high? I think it is free high, so we got to be very cautious about this, chat. I think we just did it. Nailed it. Did I just nail a nether portal on the first go? I did. Wow, I never do that. Proud of me, chat, making huge progress. Does beating the stronghold imply beating the dragon? No, because I think the dragon is in the end dimension. Weirdly, the dragon doesn't correspond to a structure. I think beating the stronghold, you could argue, I think it means getting its best loot. So that would be either going to the library or one of the other rooms. That's how I would interpret, that's how if I'm writing the laws, which I fortunately am, that's how I would interpret them. So let's just put that water in a corner somewhere. Let's grab some lava. Okay. Love the cooperation that's happening in this dimension. Now we need to light the portal on fire. That should be easy peasy. Oh, God damn it. Just get out of my way. Just stop. I don't give you permission to do this anymore. So stop doing it, please. And then we'll go right here. Remember, mobs cannot hurt you without your consent. It is very important. So now we put that there. Make sure that it lights that on fire. Make sure it does. Okay, there we go. Perfect. We're in, chat. I love when something goes really, really well. And the lighting the portal part went surprisingly well. Now I'm going to organize all my stuff so it's actually close together. That seems good enough. And do we need more wood before we go to the nether? We 100% do. But I'm going to go about it anyway. I'll just hope that we spawn in like a crimson forest. Either we spawn in a crimson forest, or we spawn near a fortress, or we spawn in a soul sand valley, and I regret my life decisions. Okay. Guess it's the last one. I was sure it wouldn't be. I was sure if I made fun of it, Minecraft would be like, wow, if we spawn him in a soul sand valley now, that would be ridiculous of us. But it's never too ridiculous to be true in Minecraft. So these are my nether coordinates. I should remember them, but I outsourced my remembering duties to Dasher. And yeah, that ghast is thankfully gone. I'm gonna have to eat myself up to get anything good here. And then I'm thinking I just start running up there. Uphill is usually a good direction to run. Also, there's mushrooms here, which will be great for mushroom stew. As I mentioned in my my mushroom guide recently, I feel like it's like such an underrated nether food. It comes in handy so often. Oh, I would say finding the stronghold is beating it. Yeah, I think I'd be tempted to agree with you, John of the Dad. I think the primary value in a stronghold is in having the stronghold. But I think that if we're going to have a consistent definition of beaten, it's not going to be finding. It's going to be obtaining the major value. So as Dasher says, I think you beat a desert well when you brush the suspicious stand. Because it's a small benefit, but it's a benefit. Also, I need to get an ender pearl because I'm going to need to find the stronghold. So if I could just look at that fella, and then ideally not have him kill me. Okay, so he's got to get in here, right? Okay, I'm out of food, by the way. So, okay, this is working great. Chat, I think I found a way to kill Enderman. Hey, an ender pearl! Oh, yes. Okay, so I need to find food still, quite badly. But I've got half of what I need. Oh no, I'm not gonna have enough wood for a bowl. Okay, let's go back to the overworld and let's find food there. And then we'll come back and we'll... You know, this was a successful trip by itself. I just need one blaze rod and I can find the stronghold, the first structure we're going for. Again, chat, I liked this idea so much until I realized the first structure would be the stronghold in the fortress. And then I liked the idea a lot less. But I figured, you know, isn't it fun to do isn't it fun that the challenge is so ridiculously, you know, like that? Because it kind of proves that structures, like, I think this series kind of, or this video, or this stream, is kind of proving just how disjointedly the structures were added. The hardest structures were added first, then they added the easiest ones, then like kind of mid, and then it went like up, down, all around. And that's like fascinating in its own way. So red mushrooms would be great. If I could find them right here, that'd be wonderful. If I can't, then just a mob. Oh, there's a ruined portal right there. See, that's an example. It's the most like generous structure. It's easy. It's just freebies for the player. But it was added way after the structures that are there just to beat the player up, basically. I want to find a single mob, if I can, that isn't a rabbit. Because I think healing would be nice. And I usually in the forests you find sheep just roaming. I haven't been so lucky today. Maybe I'll find some rabbits roaming. I don't expect to be so lucky. Yeah, I think going to the nether for food is a bad idea. So if we're already back in the overworld, I'll just go to that river over there. Hope that there is some... Oh, there we go. Thank God. That's also enough for a bed if we get lucky. No, it's not. So lights on fire. Also, the fire is definitely running twice speed. You're right about that. Oh, no! You're right about that, Dasher. So 1 mutton. It'll stop the bleeding on my hunger, but it won't stop the bleeding in my soul. So I'll also pick up some of this, because it's always useful. And then I'll hope that I just magically find a sheep over here too. 2 more of them would be great, but I'll take a cow as well. That will heal me and just about satiate me. I don't know why that lava... No, I don't want to milk anything. Oh yeah, that's gonna burn the cow, and then he's gonna drop it nowhere. Damn it! Lava is not a very good tool for what we're trying to do. Oh, instant killed the chicken there. Didn't get anything. Yeah, I've got to say, lava as a way to get cooked meat. Lava chicken may be the slogan of Jack Black, but it's certainly not the slogan for good food. Okay, this cow has to be done perfectly. Okay, there's 3 of them. Never mind. I can do it terribly now. Yeah, the fire animation is running at twice speed. Oh, yeah, perfect. We got 3. I don't need to worry about anything else now. But we will. Go for you 2. Wonderful. And then there's a cow over there and a cow over here. That'll cover my, like, early game. That'll cover my food needs for a while, at least. I'm only going for this next one because I know I'll run out of steak and be like, I wish I had 1 more. This is my 1 more. This is... Oh, yep, just 1 more. Perfect. The fire animation on the mobs is so fast. Yeah, it's oddly fast, actually. I wonder if it's just that is how it is on Bedrock. Always, and I'm not used to it. Because I don't like mobs on fire much anymore. Like, honestly, since I got out of speedrunning chat, I just don't really... I don't like mobs on fire with a bucket as much. It's a real shame. Honestly, being out of speedrunning is kind of its whole own shame by itself. I think you could chalk that one down to another one of those, like, you know, being on the internet. Also, I just want his wool more than I want his cooked mutton, so I'll just kill him that way. Because now I'm 1 wool away, or 4 spiders away, from having a bed, which is always the best. Except there's my last sheep. I'm no wool away from a bed. Kill the sheep. Kill the sheep. Now I'm ready for the Never Chat. I'm ready to do this so much better prepared than last time. Therefore, it's going to go so much better than last time. Just you wait. So yeah, there is a desert temple over there, chat, but I can't use it for its benefit, that major benefit being water, until I come for it as, I think it's my 4th structure, after the Mineshaft, Stronghold, Fortress combo. Also, good old Bedrock, something is always broken. I need to have a direct line of, like, maybe I should just tell developers, like, I speak to a few developers who work on Bedrock, but I have, like, major frustrations that, like, I feel, like, bad using those lines of communication for. But I think I might just do it and say, like, hey, is this intentional? If it is intentional, then can you explain to me why anyone would want it this way? Because there's a lot of odd changes. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I've rationalized it out loud as, like, I don't want to bug people that have been nice enough to give me a way to contact them. But this is presumably one of the most important reasons to contact someone. If they are looking to hear about Minecraft from me. Also, use a cactus flower to dye the bed. Oh, that's a fun idea. Have a nice little pink bed. Was there ever a time in Minecraft where where sheep had a chance to drop no wool? Yeah, I feel like it used to back in 1.7. It was like they dropped... Oh, no, they would drop no wool because you punched them to get their wool. And then they made it shearing based because, I don't know, like... something... you know, not good for sheep if you shear them by punching them. Too many people were running around the Welsh Highlands and punching sheep to death. And so Mojang had to change it. So 28 Nevrak, that should allow us to get some good distance. We've also got 1 red mushroom, and yeah, we're doing great in the Never Chat. We just got to go find a fortress. Can I find a fortress? I guess we will find out, won't we? Oh yeah, plenty of mushrooms, so plenty of mushroom stew. This is such OG Never Chat. It feels like we've been transported back to 2012. Oh yeah, look at all these mushrooms. Very, very OG Never. Definitely bug Bedrock developers. They've given you enough bugs to deal with. Yeah, they're bugging me, so I should bug them right back. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think at the very least... Because, you know, there are some things where I'm like, no one wants it this way, surely. Like, when you turn on creative mode, cheats aren't enabled by default. Which sounds, like, silly. But, like, if you want to change the time forward, the game will be like, no, you cannot do that. That is a cheat. And it's like, I'm playing creative. You don't need to tell me about cheating, man. I'm not bothered. If I was bothered about cheating, I wouldn't have given myself 64 diamond blocks and the ability to place an infinite number more. Yeah, it's but like same with like recipe unlocking being turned off by default. There's a lot of just interestingly odd decisions. OG Never, excluding the awful early textures. I find the early textures to be charming in their own way. By the way, I was expecting to have to trade to get ender pearls, but I think I might still trade with some piglins because they give me gravel or a fire resistance potion or like something useful, right? So it might be good if I pick one of those up. So let's break as much of this as we can. Trade until we get a single potion. And then that will help us with our Nether Fortress journey. Because it looks like the Nether Fortress is going to be structure number 1. Unless we get lost in the Nether or unless we just don't find it, which is entirely possible. I think that is the thing that makes the most sense to do here. I've also got to decide whether it's worth making armor. No, I think a fire resistance potion will help more than armor. And I'd rather have a... Oh, there we go. A way out. Nice. I love how the Nether's going today. Usually I'm like so stressed about where is this cave going. But yeah, I'm just ambling around and it's actually working perfectly for me. Old Nevrac. Old Nevrac was atrocious. I found old Nevrac to be... I find it to be charming. If only because I liked it back then. If you were playing modern Minecraft and like if you'd come into Minecraft post 2017. Yeah, 2017. Maybe 2019. But if you came in post-texture update, you would never put up with the way that it used to be. But, you know, we used to put up with it, right? We just used to. Ooh. I kind of don't want to deal with that, fella. And so I think I'm just not going to. I'm also going to have to make another stone pickaxe, because I'm sure I'm going to use more stone. And so I'd like to have that be worked out now. I'm also going to make that bowl. Yep, pile of bowls, and we'll make one of those piles of bowls into some stew. I'm gonna have to drop some items on the ground now, so goodbye that, goodbye this, and hello mushroom stew, my new temporary food source. It's very, very wonderful just to be able to make piles of this on the go, and it's also wonderful to be in a biome where I can find endermen. I think it would be best if I got if I get a second ender pearl. That would be good. I don't like what he's up to right now. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for a bit. I'm gonna wait in the shield down position where I know I'm safe. Oh, he's back, he's back. Yeah, I don't know where he's back, but he is back. And we'll put a block there. And so the only way he can get to me is through that. Oh, there we go. Hello. I would love it if you came back here, friend. See, did he just give up? No, that's someone else. Oh, a second ender pearl. Okay, wonderful. I don't need to spend any extra time here. Later, obviously, I'm going to need to go to the end, but that can be a future me problem. I've got a lot of current me problems to deal with. Like this first structure chat. We've been going for 32 minutes, if that timer is accurate, and it's close. But we've been going for 32 minutes, and we don't have a structure, because a fortress is a very hard structure to say we've completed. We're gonna have to loot at least one chest in the structure and oh no 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 no. Okay. Was I over here? I feel like I was over here. I feel like I was over here, but I must have been wrong. Okay, gonna eat more mushroom stew. Just eat that real quick. Keep that in me. Keep myself fed. And, yeah, I'm not seeing any sign of a fortress right now. Also, 190, 1590 coordinates, just in case. Oh, Dasher, what do you mean coordinates just in case? I am doing incredible here in the Nether. I'll have you know. Oh, okay. So that's the Enderman coming back. No, it's not. He's gone. Gone forever, chat. No issues for me. Oh, wow, loud. Michelle thank you very much. Hi, Togat. Hope you're doing desert well. Or, in fact, Desert Welsh. Like what I did there. Hey! I do like what you did there. It came to me in the two-phase that makes it even better.
Chat, don't forget to show some love by leaving a like. Indeed, chat. Chat, that YouTube tells me that only... It actually doesn't tell me right now, but there's a number of you that have liked. Wouldn't it be better if that number was higher? I have actually started to notice recently that the like-dislike ratio... it could be like a coincidence, like a correlation, not causation. But it does seem like there's a certain like ratio that corresponds with a video being, doing well in the algorithm or whatever. And it could just be that, yeah, the sort of video people are likely to like is something like that. But yeah, it might actually be a good idea to like the video. I've been so like, lol, why do I care? But I think liking the videos, if you like them, actually might be a really good thing to do. And so if you even are tolerating this stream right now, you consider giving it a like. If you're not tolerating the stream, then it was great to see you anyway. Okay, so I'm not seeing a fortress, but I am seeing a bunch of places to go. And so that will have to do for now, I guess. I'm gonna get rid of this rabbit hide, I think. Yeah, I don't think I need it anymore. Also, did you forget about trail ruins? They're considered structures, but they're not in the description. Oh, I did! I must have, at least. I mean, they've got that complicated, is there a goal, or are they just there? Like the monster room. So, I'll concede, I forgot them. But I'll also say that, like, should I add them? I'm not 100% sure that I should. Also, do you have trauma from the Nomad streams? Oh, I have trauma from the last Nomad stream. The way that one ended really broke my heart. Also, thank you, thank you for 3 people tipping so far. Your tips are a very nice show of love. And that, in my favorite love language, chat. In my favorite love language. I've heard love language is a Gen Z thing to say. Which, first of all, it's fun to be down with the kids on that one, because I've been saying it forever. Also, there's a Bastion here. The Bastion probably has real good things for me, but I can't go there yet, chat. I'm not at 1.16 yet. I'm still at 1.8 beta, or 1.0 full release. We are still in the early days of Minecraft. 1.0 on the 0 to 1.0 spectrum, and that means no Bastions yet. It'd be kind of cool, actually, if you had a data pack that could, like, slowly add the structures to the pool as you, went forwards. But assuming that that is too much, we just pretend they're not there. I act like, I act like most Minecraft players when they see a desert well for the first time. Also, trail ruins equals trail chambers, right? 2 structures, 1 toy cat. Yeah, trail ruins, same structure. I've not seen them in the same room at the same time, so therefore they could be the same. Therefore, I'm justified in my forgetfulness. Again, I feel like, okay, so we're gonna have to kill him if you. No, come on, just let me do it. Ghasts are the worst structure to have floating above your head like this. Just no fun whatsoever. Okay, so now we just run back this way, hope for the best. Also, Harrison, I don't see your message, Harrison, and I can't scroll in chat, so if you could repeat it, or if someone could repeat Harrison's message for him, I would love to know what he said. It probably is important, or it could be fun. And it's important because it comes from Harrison. Not because of the content, but because I want to know what Harrison has to say. That skeleton did you see that? That skeleton just shot a ghast fireball and saved me from it. That skeleton is such a pro. I would have been lit on fire. I'm not in a position where I can take a bunch of damage. That skeleton just saved me from it. What a hero. Seriously, what a hero. See, I'm not seeing any fortresses over here, which makes me want to go back towards, like, -400 and go get that. I'm going to pick up this ghast that is dry, like this. I don't think I need it, but it will be fun to have it anyway. I'm going to make myself a bowl of mushroom soup. And, I guess we're fully healed. Let's get down here and head back towards coordinates that are more conducive for a portal. Harrison says, do you play Minecraft often on this channel? Harrison said nothing noteworthy. No, that's a really good question, Harrison. And it's really important too, because, a lot of people might be watching this, especially the long-term subscribers, and being like, oh, Minecraft, is that new Toy Cat? I thought you mostly played Hollow Knight Silksong and, cooking Taco Bell. I thought that's what you did. I thought you ordered lobster rolls. I didn't realize that you played Minecraft in between. And so for those people, Harrison included, I'd like to say, yeah, actually, I do play Minecraft on this channel. And that's how I'm able to realize when a skeleton is shooting a fireball in the wrong direction. Will finding a stronghold be easier with a happy gas mount? Not a stronghold, but actually probably a fortress. Yeah, I think a nether fortress would be easier to find. What do we need for that? Like glass, we've got it. Wool, we've got it. Leather, we've got it. Wait, let me. Yeah, chat. Should we? If this isn't too insane, and let me say right now, I think it might be. Should we go back to the overworld and make a happy ghast? No, we have to make it. We'd have to make a portal big enough to bring it to the nether. But should we do that? Or is that a bit too silly? I wanna hear your thoughts, chat. Okay, so I'm gonna head down now. If I head down too far, I can use the twisting vines, but thankfully, I'm not doing that right now. Make another bowl of soup, ready for when I next need it. I am loving the proof here that going back for food in the overworld was like not actually necessary. I took the safe option, but it wasn't the required option. It's just a way of being more sure. I'm really hoping to see a nether fortress just over the edge there. Even though I'm not seeing it yet, I still want to believe that I could, although clearly not. So let's go in the only direction we actually can, which is vaguely down there. This is going to require a little bit of a spicy fool. We're at 51. The nether floor is at 31. I don't know why 31, but that means this will almost kill me if I fail, but not actually kill me. I just have to drink a lot of mushroom soup. And thankfully I don't, because of the twisting vine doing its amazing thing. What is a ghast? Great question. The easiest way to work out what a ghast is to say ghast really loudly. Oh, wait. Is that a fortress? What am I seeing?
18 pounds for 18
hey!
structures. Still not a bribe.
Thank you, Brian Harshman. You are vastly overestimating the number of structures it looks like I will do. But I like your optimism. I wish everyone was as optimistic as you. Maybe we'd have a better planet, you know? Maybe we'd be on the moon by now, you know? I want to make a joke like, you know, but for real, but I'll resist because it doesn't work as a joke when too many people unironically hold their position. Also, that was almost perfect by accident. Also, there's nothing over here. There's no fortress, so I'm just gonna turn back. Or we could bridge over the gap. But I think I'll just run, pick up some more mushrooms. Live a good, happy life. Maybe that involves fewer gas explosions. I've been playing without Neverfog for so long, it's so jarring to see. Yeah, I like playing stock Minecraft. There are some, like, huge upsides to not. But I think that, like, having those moments where, like, oh, here is a basic thing about the game that I didn't realize. I think I don't like having those, both as a creator, but also as, like, a player of a game. I think, it sucks when you go to sit and play a game at someone's house or something, or join someone's server because it's, you know, it's 2025. But, like, you go to join someone's world, and it's like, oh, they are living in an entirely different planet. Or on an entirely different planet, I guess you would say. But it's, I kind of like this idea of, like, oh yeah, if you do everything just about as normally as you can better connect with other people. When you really care about something, you can push it to extremes, and that's worth doing in some cases. But I still feel like having the normal be your baseline is, like, an important part of staying in touch with reality. Also, no fortresses at all yet, chat. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Are you going to try for all 18 structures this stream says? Oh, yeah, I do think once I get the... Like, I have to do effectively beating Minecraft first, right? Minus the Eye of Enders. Like, I don't need... Oh, okay. Okay, this is going to go poorly for me. Okay, this can't go poorly for me. Amazingly, that went well. Also, good evening, sir. Sorry I'm late, but it doesn't look like I've missed much. 0 out of 18. Are you new to the game? I am, in fact, new to the game. It looks like it, at least. I found a Crimson Forest again. I think I might have looked at an Enderman. No, I did not. Also, there's... Yeah, I was really hopeful that I would find a structure. But it seems my hope was misplaced. But this is the fun of actual Minecraft, right? Of trying to do... Like, back in the day when there was just Nether fortresses, this is what you would do. I mean, obviously it'd be... the Nether would be even more boring than this. I can't go down there while there's actively gas blasts coming at me. So I'll just kind of run back and away from them, I guess. That'll work just fine. When's your next Minecraft-based song coming out? I will make 500 Let's Plays. Really good question. I have one that's been written that I really think is fun. Forever. I feel like Minecraft Live used to be a good one because we had mob votes. Side note, one of the dumbest comment, I think I found the dumbest comment recently, chat. It was someone saying Minecraft should cancel the mob votes. And it was dumb not only because I think that's an opinion I don't agree with. I think it is an opinion based on, it is an opinion that spells doom for our society if we think that even Minecraft mob votes are too far a use of democracy. You know, what do we think about all the other uses of democracy we have? But, also I'm just gonna get myself a ton of bone meal. I'm sure that will be useful at some point. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know when. But I like the idea of having it. I bet this guy drops a skeleton bow. He does not, that's fine. So I'm gonna tunnel through here next. And hope that leads me to brighter pastures. My son was singing the words to Other Side yesterday. In my opinion, of course. I do that sometimes when I'm listening to Other Side. I have done that to myself. Also, low simulation distance. Mob spawning is insane. Yeah, it is. It's just that, again, I think that's one of those things where Minecraft needs to allow you to change what the default is. Because, okay. It just killed me. It just killed me. I didn't react quick enough, and so everything is gone, chat. I mean, besides raw mutton, leaf litter, raw mutton, leaf litter. Oh, I never made a thumbnail for the stream because I was so busy. What is the thumbnail, chat? Oh, I never made a thumbnail for the stream because I was so busy dealing with the crashes. Whoopsie. GG. That was good. That was fun. Well, should we go look for a mineshaft then? I mean, no. I think that I have a lot of, also you still have leather at least. Yeah, I would still have leather. It is true. I think that, today, also, so here is my village, by the way. As you can see, abandoned. That might even be the name for the seed if you wanted to find it in the seed picker. Make sure you don't mine into lava, says Mike Bailey. Now that is high quality advice. I thought I liked this challenge a lot, chat. As soon as I get like, there's like a critical time into the stream, like about, you know, 40 minutes in, where it's like, if I restart now, I am really less confident about my ability to, you know, I want to find out, was there a mineshaft down here? Should I have gone for a mineshaft first? Because I looked at this cave and I immediately thought, it's got to have one, right? It's this big. Let's go see if we can find a mineshaft and defeat one structure before we let the challenge defeat us. Yeah, to have a little bit of like chill with Toy Cat. What's going on with Toy Cat time? I think the like the biggest thing that like I think like, you know, when you're talking about like the YouTube algorithm, or when you're talking about like any other part of the job that involves like stress or whatever else, I think it's always like useful to be like, look, you know, you are in control of what you do with that. But I've said this before, when it comes to like computer crashing issues, it is like the most stressful like thing in the world to me, in a way that I can't even like properly describe. Like I'm sweaty. I'm in my head like just already. I'm like defeatist about everything now because if I want to do something and the PC crashes, I don't get to do the thing. Therefore, I have to be emotionally ready to say, if I want to do a thing, but the PC says no, then no. And so I feel like I'm just immediately that way about, well, challenge went poorly. We're 49 minutes in. Guess we're not doing it today. And it's a bit of a bummer. It's like it's something useful to catch myself in. I think it's useful to catch yourself in your thought patterns. Like, you know, most of your thinking happens in what you could broadly describe as a pattern. And it's useful to catch it and to be like, so why is this at least? Because even if you can't immediately do something about the why, like what does it help me to know that I am stressed because I am having technical issues? Even if it doesn't help you to know why, it can help you to, you know, like, if knowing why doesn't help you with anything necessarily, then I think that knowing why will help you in the future. Oh, there's wood there, but it's me. I was like, oh, is that a mineshaft sign? I don't think it is one. We could go looking in more caves, though. You never know down there. I think if it's underwater, we're not finding a mineshaft. Weirdly, you don't find underwater mineshafts, but I want to go looking for one anyway, chat. And then we'll jump out to the Let's Play after, like, one more cave hole. Just take it to the repair shop. Lol, fix it before it gets worse. Oh, that's... Okay, so, weirdly enough, like, I think a lot of people would criticize you for saying that the solution to a problem is to go to the shop, and instead would be like, no, you've got to learn to diagnose your own faults. Like, I think a lot of people get really elitist about that with cars, like, or with, like, houses, like, oh, young people don't know how to do anything these days, gotta ask a professional. Also, I'm gonna check this cave, chat. If I check this cave and there's no mineshaft, then I'll say I finished the day with 0 structures and a perfect test run. And if I find one structure, oh, okay, this is a big cave, but it leads to nothing, I think. Although maybe not. Okay, there's something down here, chat. I am out of food, but I'm gonna find a mineshaft, I swear to you. I found an iron vein. Oh, that's cool. That's really, really cool. New Let's Play build idea, flooded mineshaft. Oh no, chat. Okay. This is a tricky situation to be in. I'm gonna try and get the zombie knocked into the lava. If I just get him at the right angle, that should be doable. Okay, so I'll knock him this way, and then I'll get behind him. Then I'll knock him this way. We have to wait for him to, like... Okay, no, I'll just punch him to death. That works. I got a potato and some rotten flesh. Now I can run round this distraction. I have to break a block here, but it's fine. And it'll be good. Also, thank you, Polly! 40 pounds for 40 more minutes.
40 for 40 more minutes and another try?
I think it would be better... yeah, how about I spend the 40 minutes and we hang out in the Let's Play? In my heart, I'm like, let's just cancel. Let's do a stream when I'm in a better place, better mood, better vibe, etc. But I think if we hang out, have some fun on the Let's Play, that might be like a good... I would feel at the end of that like, oh yeah, I had a great time. I did some... I love the progress of playing on my Minecraft world. I think it like... It's like healing in a fun way. And so as long as the stream doesn't break in that time, let's go do that. So chat, how did today go? We got 0 out of 18 structures defeated. Not a great record, all things considered. We'll do better next time. And so now, just to keep things easy, we'll remove the structure counter. Otherwise, there will be questions about it. So there and there. And then we change the title to Let Us Play. Let Us Play Minecraft. There we go. Easy peasy. And I'll leave the text in the description in case it's useful. And then we'll just pick a new thumbnail at random. Actually, let's go to... Let's Google... let's go to reddit.com/r/IVXToyCat. And let's pick something from there to be the thumbnail today. I haven't designed a thumbnail for how this stream's going to be. So... we've got... Okay, I see a really cool build from what looks like it's Jordan here. 20 upvotes. Let's throw a random image of that for the thumbnail on here, shall we? Yeah, let's pick just the... It looks a bit too good to be a Toy Cat stream, actually. Whereas the second one from Sapphire Cat Girl, that looks a tiny bit more plausibly Toy Cat, but it's got the big ugly buttons on. Whereas this third one from Rob Dev, Has the classic drained monument. So we'll throw that one in here, I think. Okay, so this is from Rob Dev. Thank you. Hopefully, if you don't want me using your thumbnail or using your build as my thumbnail, let me know and I will change it. There we go. Would it work better if you'd have done a thumbnail before starting? Exactly, that's the issue. Nothing else, everything else went perfectly, chat. It was the thumbnail that was the problem. Yeah, there we go. See, you gotta, this is one of the easiest, like, human feel-good techniques. Just pick a, in-group, out-group. Pick a common enemy. It doesn't need to make sense as a common enemy. But, like, we all agree it's the thumbnail's fault, right, chat? We all agree if the thumbnail had just done its job better. A thumbnail from Jardin. I know the guy. I do believe that you know the guy, based on a comment on a recent members only Let's Play. Now time for a more laid back stream. Yeah, it's a shame. I want to do what you might call less laid back. I want to do more challenge and silly stream stuff. It's sometimes also. Do you see that? I'm climbing up these stairs really quickly. Oh, you can get the auto jump boost without having auto jump on. Oh. Chat, is that a bug or is that a feature that came out without anyone knowing? Okay, let me try that again. So here's me running up the stairs normally. Here's me running up the stairs with auto jump. Without auto jump. But like, oh yeah! You gotta really like tap it quickly, but it's useful. Also, hi Toy Chat, hi Cat. Hello, Days of Danny! How are you doing on this wonderful Thursday evening, I want to say? Just joined, didn't know there was a stream. Brilliant. There is, in fact, a stream. It is happening. That's what you need to know. But yeah, also, are you just discovering this? Yeah, chat, I want to do some silly... I want to do some silly challenge. Or not silly, I want to do, like, actually chat. I feel like the challenge side of YouTube got, like, absorbed by a particular, like, subset of player. That I want it to be like, oh yeah, here is something that anyone could conceivably attempt. And that looks fun. Because I remember, like, one of the fun things about challenges is a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, I gave that a try, and it went this well for me. You know, some people would be like, oh yeah, I did this in 5 seconds, Toy Cat, it's really easy. But, you know, even those comments were like, you know, people imagined themselves doing it really easily. Whether they were doing it or not is, you know, not even that relevant, really. And so I always thought that was kind of nice. Also, Toy Cat, why do they call it a winter drop if it has nothing to do with winter? It's based on the season they release it in, not the content of it. So the full drop, the copper drop, has nothing to do with the full. Although you could argue orange and, you know, like, I guess copper is orange. Maybe they do, and, like, the vibrant visuals drop was for summer. Because things look better in the summer, I guess. You know, there's an interesting point now that I think about it. Maybe there is a method to the madness. I love your flat world challenges. Yeah, me too, Kaladin. I have a new one coming out. Oh, Saturday. I've got a recap of the Igloo short for today that I'm excited about. Your silly challenges inspire me to do my own, like trying to get every sheep color. Removing some historic snow. Not sure it snows on that Y level anymore. Oh, does it really not? That's great. Yeah, I feel like I'm glad I removed the snow then. The reason I haven't done it till now is just because I'm like, I'm sure it will just come back. And so what's the point of removing it if it's just going to come back anyway? Also, the Sky Railway is looking hella rustic today. Yeah, it's a nice weather effect. Also, it's cool. I want to give Mojang some more credit for this. Like, even though they don't fix fairly simple things like the allow cheats toggle or the way that crafting by default turns craft, it's like an annoying thing on New Worlds. I do love that they actually managed to make beacons work like beacons. We were asking for it forever, and they did it. They did the thing. There were technical challenges. There were problems of doing it, but it happened anyway. Yeah, chat. Today I think I want to work more on that little section. It's weird because I remember finishing up this whole section too, making it real easy for me. But yeah, it's interesting that I remember doing that, but then not. So yeah, I think I'm gonna tear this down a little bit more, just so I have more space for like or maybe at least make it a bit more curved. Because I remember, I think I remember what it was that made me stop. I hit this cave, and I saw that mushrooms generated there. And I was like, oh, the mushrooms. One of them types of caves. But I think I'll, like, reseal it up or put glass on it or something. Yeah, I'll put glass on the cave where it interacts here, just to, like, make it, like, a historic exhibit in its own right. And then I'm thinking we could maybe tear down more of that wall there. If at all possible. It's going to be really tricky, because I think if I want to tear down that wall, I'd have to start there, or have to, like, go inwards a bit before it comes out. Yeah, that might be a good idea. If I bring the wall inwards, roughly where the T is, then I could make that curve there fit better. Yeah, there might be some logic to what I'm saying right now. I hope that there's some logic to what I'm saying. Certainly. Jardins, he knows about the comments. I do. I was very confused about how you left a comment that clarified that you were in a hetero relationship with a man. I was like, you know, I'm cool and chill with whatever's going on with. Also, Polly, I hope that 40 more minutes, without another try, fulfills your desires, because it certainly fulfills enough of my desires. I didn't clap. I didn't ask for permission before saying, yeah, that's what you meant, right? That's 40 minutes of Let's Play. Sounds good to you? It sounds good to me. Yeah, which means if we, as long as we don't get hit by a steam train or have a crash or a bug or something, we'll hit 7,150 days today. That'll be nice. I've been thinking about turning the days played counter off, chat. What do you think about that? Does anyone have feelings? I mean, like, in general, we don't have feelings because we're all robots, but, like, in the other sense of that word. Does anyone feel like that would be a particularly smart or not move? Okay, so let's grab some glass, just, like, a stack. And then let's go and place some of my random blocks in here. Don't know what they're doing, but it's not my problem. And then let's go and make this work. It looks like you're playing Legacy Console Edition on the thumbnail. I was so confused. It's definitely a Legacy Console thumbnail, for sure. There is no doubt about what you're saying there. Yeah, why so many furnaces? Oh, it's a great question, Buttercup Coffee. I was trying to craft a stack of glass, and I didn't know if you needed one stack of furnaces per item, or one stack of items per furnace. So I figured I would play it safe. Wait, I had to leave for a bit. Why did you stop the beating structures thing? Oh, you must have misread the title, Peen. If you read the title carefully, it actually says, to my knowledge, it says, "Let us play Minecraft." So I hope that clears things up. It's really easy, like, you know, there's like a lot of stuff on the internet. It's easy to get things mixed up. I hope that explains things. Also, why not enough furnaces, says November Romeo. Yeah, I used to have a furnace house that was just like a brick made of furnaces. I actually kind of like this new one a bit more. It's not usually my style to make things look nicer and then actually appreciate the niceness. But I do like this one. I think it's something simple with a little bit of complexity added rather than something, you know, deeply confusing. Also, yeah, I'm controlled by Big Dasher. Indeed you are. So, yeah, internet, I'm having a chill stream today instead. Also, how will we know when we hit 10k then? I guess I'd periodically check it, and then we could turn it on when we're getting close or something like that. Because, you know, I was starting to think, like, you know, really, when you're at, like, 7,148 days, genuinely, it feels like if 7,000, you know, let's just pick a number. If 7,200 days isn't much of a milestone, and even 7,500 days is, like, barely one, then what is the value in having it on outside of just to check that I'm near one of those dates? It's a good question. Also, I have no foods. Also, no more block placements today. What is the plan then? My plan is to work on some big projects and get some nice little stuff done. Just casual Let's Play stuff, you know. But I need to fix things up. I don't have any food and I don't have my stuff ready. Oh yeah, but yeah, I think even more chill than usual in the way that we are. Yeah, chat, I think there's like a... there's like a thing inside of my brain, right? That is, right now, like, kind of like overloaded with like, okay, so now I just have to do the talking and the Minecrafting and do easy Minecraft stuff. But oh no, I left myself without food. Oh no, I left myself without glass. It's an interesting, like, opposite of chill Minecraft experience. Oh. Will you be smoking some weed? See, that is a very Dutch comment, and the answer is always no. Although I guess nowadays it's legal in Germany too. You should mark the perimeter around your Elder Guardian so you know when you cross it if you'll get fatigue. That's a really fun idea, Rick Murphman. I was thinking of... Okay, so my idea... so the fatigue will last for 3 minutes more. So I would be best getting rid of it. But, yeah, I was actually thinking of just making a brand new minecart roller and just moving the Elder Guardian into the mountain. But I think that is moving the problem, and I'd be better, rather than moving the problem like that, it might be better for me to, like, work out exactly where the effect appears, like you say. I think I like that idea. Yeah, let's do it. So I don't have a bucket in here anymore, and it's a real pain to destroy this block. What Lipton are you sipping there? It's sparkling iced tea from the Netherlands. Also, Polly, I haven't seen your response yet. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. But yeah, I've got Lipton sparkling iced tea from the Netherlands. One of my favorite things about, one of my like default bring-backs when I'm traveling is like a little bit of food. It's fun to like have that like new food experience, but without having to be somewhere with that. And so, yeah, it's exactly what I do. I'm just gonna guess that I can find a bucket in my furnace room. So we're gonna have to do another little travel around, but it'll be fine. It'll totally be fine. So I'm doing my nails, and you are my source of entertainment. Meanwhile, okay, you know, November Romeo, I'll do my best to make your nailing the best it can be. So, what's the deal with airplane food these days? Polly, you seem so sad. I'm sorry. Go treat yourself. A sad ticket's making me sad. I think definitely not sad, right? Just like unique type of stress. And I'm hoping that I will use the stream as time to fix said stress. Yeah, it's you know, I saw something today. Also, so it looks like from here I don't get Elder Guardian, right? So how far this way do I go before the Elder Guardian effect kicks in? It's somewhere around there, but let's confirm. Okay, so here I still get it. Now let's stand right here. Okay, you don't get it here. Do I get it here? Okay, this is the line then, right? Right here is Elder Guardian o'clock. So I'll put a torch there and I'll put a sign there that's like, walk further than this, get Elder Guardian. Is there an easy way to show fatigue in a thing? Yeah, I think a surprising amount of I like to believe that humans are a social species. And so even as like an introverted person, it's like, okay, but if you have an issue, Elder Guardian effect past this point. Okay, so that's kind of tricky to see, but it's useful enough for now. And then we'll do the same, but with like shovel marks outside. And we'll use that knowledge to help us out. So I can stand here and not get Elder Guardian? Yes, I can. So can I stand the equivalent of there, but like out here, and not get Elder Guardian? I can. What about over here? At this chest point. Okay, so there is a line somewhere around here where the Elder Guardian applies. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Is it here? It's here. So we turn this into a block. And we're going to do that until we get like a rough line. I think just having a few occasional blocks of path should be enough of a guide for me. Change the carpet color. Ooh, that's a good idea, Rick McMuffin. If I make the carpet red, it might be, in fact, I've got red dye right here. If I make the carpet red, It'll be like a clear, this is a thing you should not cross. That's kind of fun to me. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, oh, right. We still need to have our bucket of cow. And then we need to punch this up. Okay, so then we'll make red carpet. Apparently you can't dye carpet, chat. Is that what I'm learning right now? Why can't you dye carpet? Mojang! Why do you hate me so much, Mojang? What did I do to you? But we can just make 2 white wool into 2 red wool into 3 red carpet. And honestly, I kind of like the red carpet. It looks the tiniest bit like the earliest. Okay, you could do a hanging sign across the pathway. Oh yeah, I like that idea actually. Like a big hanging like warning sign. I think more red carpet might be the best way to like mark this in general. I think I might come back for more red carpet. But let's yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea. So now we'll kind of spot it from the other side. Like how far towards the museum can I get before I get guardianed? In fact, can I be right here and get guardianed? No, I'm safe from the guardian here. Am I safe from the guardian over here? Yes. Am I safe from the guardian on this torch? Yes. Am I safe from the guardian here? Yes. Am I safe here? Here. 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 Okay, so it seems like here is the danger point. I'll confirm if that is true by standing here, just for a little bit. Yeah, red carpet is a surprisingly good danger indicator. Oh, and it's not safe here too. Which means it probably goes further back and it just takes longer to affect me. We'll obviously confirm this by milking a cow. What block is meant to be here, by the way? D. It's between diorite and dropper, and there's a hole in the ground. Dead coral, maybe? It's something that's missing. And then there's a random gravel block that feels like it shouldn't be there. I'm like 70% sure an Enderman did that at some point. But yeah, let's go grab the cow juice. Let's see if this is a danger zone spot. It doesn't look like it is. Okay, it is a danger zone spot. So let's see if this is a danger zone spot. Am I safe here? I am safe here. Am I safe here? Here. 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 Is it where? I think the cow is on the edge of the effect. So if I hang out here with a milk bucket, I'm not gonna get guardianed again. No, I am gonna get guardianed again. If I stand on the edge of the block, maybe I'm fine. Okay. What about if I stand over here? It's kind of inconsistent, the results we're getting here. Yeah, so now we're getting guardian from over there. Oh, it might be because the Elder Guardian's swimming around in a tank. Yeah. So this is safe. Everything else is a little bit risky. If you go past that point, the Elder Guardian might get you. So then we'll go and check this from a different direction. Okay, so we'll go check it from over here now. How close over here can I get? I'll stand here just for a minute, and if I get guardianed, then I'll stand back 1 block. And if I don't get, okay, and then I do get guardian, so we'll say that that is the edge on this side. So it's probably, just based on these data points, like a circle. Maybe it's a square. But we'll keep confirming if this is true by going over here next. If I can stand here safely, then that is a good sign. If I cannot, that is a bad sign. Can anyone catch me up to what's happening with the Elder Guardian? So for anyone who is unfamiliar with my Let's Play world, at least in this particular area, here is the scoop. I have a museum, and you know, like kind of the earliest, kind of like that. You know, it's a classic Minecraft idea. Collect all of something in your world. I'm going to stand here now. See if I'm safe here. It's a classic Minecraft idea. Collect all of something in a world. It's one of my go-tos when I do a challenge world. But I put an Elder Guardian in here without thinking about the fact that the Elder Guardian probably should have gone in last. Because by having the Elder Guardian in there, I find it a pain to do anything around. So can we stand here safely? That is the question. We cannot. This is definitely the border. So it should make like a nice line of some form. Is this a dangerous block? Because if it is, it's good that it's pathwayed already. If it's not a dangerous block, I'll remove it and put something else there. Also, we're going to be drinking so much milk. It's going to be great. Also, took out hallucinating an Elder Guardian for 40 minutes. Yeah, that's a funny description of events. Hallucinating Elder Guardian effects over and over again. Have a good appointment, by the way, Bird for Life. Thank you. It was great to see you here. Maybe you can move it. Yeah, so I think ultimately that would be the best bet, right? Rather than going through this much work, it would make more sense. So this isn't a danger zone block, by the way. I think we concluded. So I'll pick that up and put this block there. And then we'll see where the pathway block should go. I think it shouldn't go here, clearly. I'm going to hang out a bit longer. But I think maybe it goes a block further forward than this. Over here. Yeah, there we go. So now we put a pathway block there. And a dirt block there. And then we just need to find out roughly where it should take effect here. This is the closest to the Elder Garden tank we could be. So if we stand like here, we might get some useful information. Can I stand between the light blue wool and the light grey concrete? I can. Can I stand 1 block forward from that point? Yes, I can. Can I stand 2 blocks forward? I'm going to hang out here for a bit. When are you doing your final predictions for Minecraft Live? Oh, great question. Also, this is so silly. Yeah, it is a very silly thing, right? This is classic. You know, there's like, you can do something right, or you can do something wrong and then do something wrong to counteract the wrong, and then bodge and bodge and bodge and bodge and bodge until you get something that's vaguely right. Is it dirt or dirt path block that's missing? Oh, that's a good guess. I think dirt path. It's got to be dirt path block that's missing, right? And it's been picked up. No, it could be dirt path, because dirt path would be fine. It's got to be something that has... It's, rooted dirt? No, I don't know what it is. So here is fine. Is here fine? Yeah, it looks like it's like a very flat border on this side, chat. Yeah, it's right there. That is the line. So if we just don't go past this point, we are fine. There's not a lot we can do with that information. But now we can grab another one of these, hopefully without getting guardianed. And we'll see how far this way we can be. Can I stand here, chat? Yes, I can. Can I stand here? No, I can't. So that looks like it's the border for this one. And we'll just put a stone block down there to keep things simple for now. Yeah, I've got to put some dirt into all of these spaces, I would say, just to keep it looking consistent. But now I know where I can't stand. I know I've got to mine these blocks from over here later. Yeah, boom. Easy, chat. See, this is so much easier than just moving the Elder Garden, then moving it back when I'm done. This makes so much more sense, and it's crazy if anyone doesn't believe that. So I'm going to mine that block quickly. Ooh, I got it before the effect kicked in. So you can mine 1 block by stepping over the line just at the right moment, it seems, which is now my new strategy. So then we'll break that block and that block and... Oh, we got it from over here. So the line is inaccurate. At least it seems. It must be the Guardian swimming around that is leading to that. But still very, very useful to know. Get a mug shaped like a Minecraft bucket. I should just do... You know, like the gallon challenge for milk? I should do that with a Minecraft bucket. I have a friend who was like... He was one of those like, oh yeah, I'm up for doing whatever sort of friends. And he did some really goofy stuff. And was like totally fine with it. But then one day internet, one day he did the gallon challenge. We were in like public in town, as we called it, and so we did this we figured it would be enjoyable to drink a gallon. Well, he figured it'd be fun to do. He's like, if someone buys me the milk, I'll drink the entire thing. I don't care. Why would I care about drinking a gallon of milk? And just immediately after he drank it. He was like, I don't feel well at all. And he threw up a lot. And like, you know, to me, throwing up is like, it's a part of life. It's fine. But he was like, I just want to go home. I don't want to be out anymore. He was like a very social and out there guy who just gave up on everything. And so I think drinking a whole gallon of milk is, you know, maybe it's a good, like, punishment for a Minecraft challenge But I feel like this is the thing about the internet. You have to get good at balancing how bad a challenge sounds, or how bad a punishment sounds, with how bad it actually will be. Like, you know, if I make a challenge sound really easy, what, you know, like, because it's psychologically, if I hate bananas hypothetically and I promise to eat 15 of them, it doesn't sound that impressive, but it does ruin my life a lot. Don't ask how I know that. So I want to find the sweet spot in terms of YouTube content, ideally. So we can't get rid of that water, but we can put dirt all the way around it, and therefore resolve this problem. Look at me, chat, making things just a bit nicer. This is an area of the world that I know I'll be in more soon. If you haven't already seen, chat, I made this big 121.100, or as we will call it now, the 1.110 update, or 1.21.110, sorry. It's so I can't believe I got 121.100 and 121.110 mixed up. Very, very ridiculous mistake right there. But yeah, also, how about eating a Carolina Reaper as a bet? See, like, yeah, so I know spicy food, by the time it impresses people that I'd be eating it as a forfeit, it will be ruining me and therefore defeating some of the value in doing precisely that. I'm gonna wax this, right? And I'm gonna wax this, because I think these are meant to be the unwaxed versions. Yeah, and then everything else comes oxidized and or not. They should call it the copper beige. The copper beige. I don't understand the joke, but I want to laugh at it. So, if you could explain it, I'd love that, Michael Jeeps. A gallon is quite a large volume of liquid. Yeah, I think genuinely try and drink a gallon of water. I think most people will struggle with that as a child. No, stop it. Okay, it's a really tricky thing to. No, I don't want this. Okay, we got out of there just fine. Yeah, I really agree with that. Like, I think there's lots of things that seem easy but are hard, and things that seem hard but are easy. And ideally for content, you want the second one, right? Like, the reason I think, you know, it's just like how defeating every structure in order actually sounds pretty doable. No. Like, if you really think about it, it doesn't sound that hard until you think about the order, and that's when it gets tricky. I think I want to come up with challenges that sound really hard and are hard, but, like, doable. That's, like, that would be a nice sweet spot to land on, chat. If such a thing could be possible, of course. So we're going to put dirt there just so it connects and so we can do our stuff. And then we're going to need more dirt to make that work better. But for now, we're going to, like, kind of flatten-ish the area over here. Yeah, I mean, this kind of works in its current form. Right? It doesn't not work. But it could definitely work a lot better. That's for sure. Yeah, I had a weird friend snort cocoa powder in high school. Not recommended. Yeah, when I first went into middle school, I met some people. They played RuneScape 2. And, you know, like, an easy, like, conversation forwarder is like, I'll eat sticks if you want. Yeah, you think it'd be tricky to eat sticks? Eating sticks is really easy, man. I'd eat sticks for far less social notoriety right now, chat. If someone tipped me $10 and said eat some sticks, I'd be like, yeah, I'll eat a stick. That'd be fun. I think that'd be surprisingly easy to do, actually. Also, hello, says Tasty Goat. Hello, Tasty Goat. What's going on? Are you having a good day? I hope you certainly are. I feel bad for the cow. Oh, no, don't feel bad for the cow. The cow likes it in there, probably. I haven't asked, but I'm just assuming. And it could be worse for her, therefore it must be good. Also, we have to remove this. Because there's because of its glass, we see what's underneath it, and it breaks the illusion that it's all stone if we don't do that. Okay, there we go. Now we've got dirt all the way up to here, and then we've got stone past that point, but that's kind of logical. And, yeah, I've got a frog light here that I'm not sure is meant to be there. Yeah, this 1.19 is done so messily. I think I might be better off doing it, like, vertically. Yeah, chat, hear me out, right? What if I put 1.19 down? Okay, so we want to make sure we stay on this side of the line. What if we moved 1.19 so it was, like, 1 point above and then 19 at the bottom? Or would that mess with the numbers as we've done them? Like, look at all this extra space I have for 1.17, chat. If I just moved everything here over one block, literally just one block, then I'd have more space for 1.19 to not look like this. Yeah, or I could just, how else could I do this, chat? How can I make 1.19 fit in this number of letters in this space that I have? I could use the really narrow ones that don't have the same bases. Yeah, I think that's what I should do. Really narrow one. Move the block there. Really narrow one. Yeah, then it fits perfectly. Okay, chat, let's do it, let's do it. So if we just remove that and that, then we've made a narrow one. I mean, is that a 1 or is that a 7, chat? That's a 1. That's a 1 as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we could remove that block to go even lazier, and then we move this block back by 1, fittingly. 1 point. And then, yeah, we put the lazy one over here with its, like, its block overhanging this. I don't know why I've got all this sculk. I need to do something about that. Yeah, then we'll go and, okay. 1, 2, 3. And I'll put some of this there and some of that there. Okay, chat. That is better than it was before, right? Genuinely, I think.
Eat sticks for us, toy cat.
Oh no, I said it, and I assumed that was the sort of thing someone's going to be like, you can't trick me, toy cat. You can't get me to part of 10 of my pounds. But I think you're an idiot for parting with 10 of yours. All I have to do is eat sticks. Do you know how easy that is? Let me show you how easy it is to eat sticks. I'm going to go stand somewhere where an explosion won't break my heart. Real quick. And then I'm gonna show you what a fool you are. Let me go grab some sticks real quick. I'm gonna have to go out to the garden for this one. But it's worth it. So I'll stand here, where I'm pretty sure only a skeleton could get me. And that's if one spawns in time. So chat, give it a look. Tell me what you think. Be right back. Oh, my video's finished. Bad news, internet. I don't have any trees in my garden, and so I don't have any sticks. Guess what, though? Your boy's £10 richer, and even crazier, don't even have to eat any sticks for that. Or we can say that this is a stick. I mean, I did consider, like, with the quality of my camera, how can you tell? Like, do you know what this is, chat? just from looking at it. Do you know what this is? Like, I feel like the camera isn't... The camera is high enough resolution, but it's squished down to a tiny corner where, like, what am I eating? Then I realized I could redefine stick to whatever I wanted. And then I realized that was dishonest. And so I think Pickled Witch, you'd be in your rights to get that £10 back. I've done a scam on you, and so you deserve a full and prompt refund. Make sure you get in touch. We'll organize that for you. Didn't eat a stick, unsubscribed. Is that a stick of gum? I mean, it was certainly something that had a bit of chew to it. Let's say that much. Honestly, I think weirdly eating a stick of gum is substantially worse for you. Like, eating sticks is just fiber. Like, your body needs that. I think I've struggled with lack of fiber for a long time. I think that's like a pretty normal, deficit to have, but it's still a deficit many people have. But yeah, I think like sticks can do something good for you, whereas gum is like, you find gum in your poo, right? You know it exists. You know it goes through there. You know it's doing nothing but harm on the way down. That's why your computer isn't working. You're eating random bits of it. I definitely, I could eat a stick of RAM, and that might literally kill me. I'll concede. See, and that's the tricky thing, I guess, is if you're willing to do random things for money. Do you guys know Shoe Nice? I don't know if he's still around. Chat, should we do a watching YouTube stream together? Yeah, I wanna go to sleep, but I also want to put away my mangrove slaps. I feel like they're too valuable not to put in a chest somewhere. I just have that crazy opinion inside of me. Oh, it's past me has fought the same too, and has done that perfectly here too. Dude, the mustache looks awesome. I don't like it at all. There's a random gap in it, and I've got so many mustache complaints myself. The only thing I like is I got really into an electric razor recently, and it's really great, but it never cuts me. I'm never like, it's so like, a shaving cut is like extra painful because you know everyone sees it too, and like everyone doesn't like. If you saw like, oh look, here's a giant cut I have in my leg, you'd be like, wow, you went and did something outside. It's so bad that it cut your leg. But you see a like a cut on my face, and you're like, there's a man who doesn't know how to shave. It's terrible. Let's watch some Shoe Nice. Yeah, let me show you something fun, chat. Just we'll stay on topic right after this. But in the meantime, assuming there isn't a crazy crash, let's go onto YouTube. Let's see some. Actually, let's go on my second account. I'm not allowed to get YouTube Premium on that account because it's registered to a different country. Oh, he's still alive! Yeah, no way, the guy is still alive. Chat. Okay, we're just gonna go to his channel. Let's just quickly go to his channel. Let's just go to most popular. He eats a shoe, chat. It's.
Hey everyone, Shoe Nice again.
He's a scary person.
This is
Look at his face.
Attempt to eat one of my shoes. A top request around here.
Look at the prof on this video.
Your mark, game face.
He's not going to eat a shoe.
Marge Simpson face.
See, this is the opposite of what I'm saying. This is like really. Oh, so he's eaten so many things. He has like a disorder where he talks to his shoes. Oh, he cheated it. He's eating a Oh, okay. So this is a 250,000K or 250K view video where he cheated the shoe. He didn't eat the shoe. But anyway, his I think his proper videos probably got removed. But he used to like he could drink. Okay, he eats a raw T-bone steak, but that's not impressive. That's just taking a risk, right? Okay, here's something fun.
Hey everyone.
It's like. How did it take him 2 minutes to start drinking it, first of all? But look, this is genuinely a bottle of Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Or at least it looks like it. And he's just gonna chug the whole thing. He's just gonna go through the entire thing. I really have a lot of questions about. Like, I guess if you throw it up right after, it's totally fine. But there would be like, oh, look, the top recommended video is the shocking downfall of shoe ice. That's not very nice. It's not very shoe either. No. Oh, I'm hearing creaking noises. It's in his background, I think. Anyway, as you can see, he has a great time with it. He hears voices. But outside of that, he has a great time with it. So yeah, that's shoe nice if you've never seen him. Yeah, he used to drink an entire, the biggest bottle of vodka you could find, and then he would just do it all in one. But, you know, again, if he cheated in the shoe, maybe he cheated on the vodka ones. Maybe those are frauds too. Who's to say, right? Who's to say what of those are really true? He has chugged liters of all kinds of alcohol. Yeah, it looks like those videos must have been removed. I'm sure there's something on YouTube's terms about, like, do not encourage people to do things that are wildly dangerous. His poor intestines. Yeah, I've listened to him on podcasts. He is the most unhinged man, and not even in a funny way. In a, like, he doesn't understand the world. He just knows he gets paid when he drinks large quantities of things you're not meant to drink, sort of way. Also, check tips. No sticks. That's a kick in the stick. Money for chair maintenance, and eat sticks for us. Hey, okay. You may be worried, Dasher. Did I miss something big? Inflamed arteries after that. Yeah, those arteries on fire. I have questions and I'm scared to get answers. I think you're entirely valid to feel that way, for what it's worth. Yeah, I think I need to do some big planning in my world, chat. If I'm being honest, I've got some big plans for, like, preparing for the Copper Age that I'll be doing this coming Monday, because I think there's a chance the Copper Age comes out this next week. Yeah, I think that might be some fun. I'm gonna now put this water bucket away, and now that I've got the emptiest inventory I've had in years, I can actually, like, grab all this lava real easy. Still confusing that I have a level worker hanging out on here. But yeah, let's go do this. Gonna be in the bathroom for a while. Yeah, I think about it though, right? Like, think about how non-hot Frank's Red Hot sauce is by comparison to other hot sauces. And then if you think about it like that, it's not actually that... Like, you're drinking a ton of vinegar, a ton of, like, spices, in quantities that it probably wasn't designed to be drunk in, right? So there's a negative in that level. But then, yeah, I think kind of, if you think about it rationally, it's, like, not even the worst thing you can do for yourself. So let's have a nice section of this where every block is lava. Just in a row. We need one there. We need one all the way over there. If I can reach it, I can't. Now let's do the same over here. Let's find where that block is. It looks like it's to the left there. Okay, that's a different block. And then one there. Collect them all together. We'll fill them up later. And then more lava. I think this is the secret weapon I've been missing the entire time, chat. Okay, that went somewhere. That went somewhere. Good. So then we go to the right side of this block. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Did do something. And then we put a block in there. And yeah. I think we got a surprising amount of lava placed. But it looks better when it's not consistent. I think either you've got to have your lava be perfectly sourced blocks everywhere, or you've got to deliberately have it be random. I think when you go to not random, you see big, long streaks and it messes you up. What he does can be considered self-harm. Oh, yeah, but then... So, I kind of am on the take of, like, I think that... Especially if he is, like... You know, as a society, chat, do we have to protect people who are... of low intelligence, let's say. Right? Because I think that genuinely, when a lot of people, if you do overtime at your job, chat, odds are you don't love your job all the time. Like, most jobs that have overtime as a concept, right? Like, a lot of jobs, you know, like, pay you a fixed salary, and then however many hours you do is, like, borderline up to you. Why does this keep happening? Okay. I don't want to I don't want to scoop up the lava. I just want to place it down. Okay, that did something good. A lot of, like, if you do a job that you don't love and you work overtime, you are self-harming yourself for money, right? You could make a deep anti-capitalist argument about the fact that everyone all the time is committing self-harm for money. He's just worked out that he can do it in 4 minutes and make all of that. I can't eat spicy food. It's annoying because a lot of it tastes good, but I can't stand the burning. I'm too British. Yeah, a lot of spicy, like, I like the good taste part of spicy food, but so much spicy food objectively doesn't taste good. The spice is the flavor. And that's when I get annoyed. I'm like, I want to have a flavor experience that involves spice, not a spice experience that maybe has a bit of flavor. Oh, my guy, my man, what are you up to? Did he just follow me in? Is that what happened? You shouldn't have. Just because you see your friend jumping into a lava river, it doesn't mean that you should as well. But, yeah, I think a lot of people who are doing borderline self-abusive acts on the internet think that they have outsmarted the system. Ah, yeah, we go here. And then it's helping with a lot of the, I guess, like, there should be next. That was good, that was good. And, you know, that, like, I think there's a really messy part of this, right? So, imagine this, chat, right? Imagine we have a world of abundance. Imagine your government finds oil one day. You know, imagine let's just say your government finds oil, or they find out that 100 billion they've been spending every year has actually been going into a money grinder, and they just realize, so now they've saved 100 billion a year from going into the money grinder, so they have effectively 100 billion to spend. Or they, you know, like they say, actually, our money that we spend as a government is yours, the taxpayers' money, so we're going to give it back to you. Everyone in society gets $1,000, right? I think that some people would say, like, oh, yeah, if we have 1,000 spare dollars, isn't it our humanitarian duty? Because, you know, for us, that is just good for, like, you know, what will $1,000 buy me? Not very much. But it could literally be the life-saving operations for 10 people if you put it somewhere else. So you could make an argument that, like, isn't it like our humanitarian, you know, like, imperative? Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna get down. Just gonna get down, chat. No. Oh, no. I'm gonna put him. No, I don't want to waste another totem. Oh, I've got to get in water quickly. Quickly. Oh, thank God for that water bug, by the way. Definitely saved my life a bit there. That went so bad. Someone said I should use fire resistance potions in a comment yesterday. And I was like, why would I need a fire resistance comment? I'm not going to die from gently falling in. And then I almost died from gently falling in, proving that one person right. But I will never let them know that I think they're right. I end up accidentally working overtime for free all the time because I love solving code problems. See, that's kind of the inverse situation. I think it's a lucky one to have. I would argue, chat, anytime, you know, anytime a stream goes over, like, anytime, like, a non-super flat stream goes over, or, like, non-challenge stream goes over 2 hours, it's like, oh, yeah, I just did overtime because I wanted to, you know? There's an argument that it pays marginally better if someone happens to rewatch the stream, or if they happen to get another ad on the main view, or something like that. Okay, so over there we want to put some more lava. That's a good spot that could really benefit from some, I think. Yeah, it looks like the furthest to reach parts of the river are the ones that need the most help. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the investment to have perfectly flat lava. Every time I come in here and do it, and I'm like, yeah, it makes very little difference. But it takes very much effort. Okay, so then here we go some, and then we go forwards one. Then we go left to that one. Then we go left to that one, and that did nothing too. Yeah, there's a lot of duplicate lava placing when we do it this way. And then it still looks mostly ugly anyway. So we'll try and place some out in the far corners over there. but it's fun. What were you even trying to do? I was like, I fell in because I was trying to cross it, and then I was like, okay, I better go to the other side then. But yeah, isn't it weird that I can place lava there, and that the lava will still look like that with the little bendy pieces? Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, that's a sign that this lava should just stay this way. Every time I add extra lava, I'm wasting, you know, a minute of my time and producing basically 0 difference to the... Ah. Sorry, parrot. Doesn't look like that's going to go well for you. This is how Minecraft used parity, by the way. Anyway, yeah, I think that a lot of people already are kind of trading their time, you know, trading their sanity or trading their good health away. But yeah, so imagine a world where, like, we have this bunch of money, everyone gets $1,000 all of a sudden. Isn't there a decent argument that, like, as humanitarians, we should, you know, put that to better use somewhere else? But actually, I think... But you could never do it the other way and be like, okay, so as it turns out, last year, we accidentally didn't collect $1,000 of tax per person that we were meant to. So if everyone could just, like, find that all of a sudden, people would be like, I don't have it, though. I didn't know I had the $1,000 extra, or I did, and I assumed it was mine, and I've spent it. It is gone now. What do you want to do about that? And I think that genuinely there's like there's an argument that at a certain, like, point, you know, I think for most people, like 95% of people's spending decisions, it's like, yeah, I can do the thing if I have the money to do the thing, but I don't, so I won't. And so if you are, I think that the difference between taking or giving 1,000 should be about the same, but you would ruin a decent number of people if you're like, oh yeah, you accidentally underpaid $1,000, but you wouldn't, and you would massively add, but in a very different way if you gave people a bunch. Anyway, I made that point terribly, but if you get it, you get it. And if you don't get it, it's because I'm not making a very good point. But therefore, I guess what I'm saying is, like, even if you can say it's self-harm, you know, if it's self-harm that someone is doing profitably, or rather, even just because they want to. Profitably, you know, again, adds the capitalist angle, which muddies the water a lot, for sure. But, you know, he wants to do the thing because of the incentive structure laid out in front of him, right? But it's the incentive structure that exists whether or not he's drinking Frank's Red Hot for money. And so, you know, is it... If you take away his ability to do that, he stops harming himself, but he is also then harmed in a very big way. And so... I know, I think a lot about times where we create things that on the micro seem very good, but in the macro are, like, really, really harmful. I think it's one of the things we should be most cautious of, is that most of the people in history who have done horrendous things, the thing they actually have in common is trying to do very good things. But it tends to be that if you do something for a good reason, you'll do something for a bad reason. And even if you would only do something for a good reason and not a bad reason, there's a lot of people around you who can't tell the difference between, oh yeah, the point of YouTube's algorithm is to get views, and every view is worth a penny, and so the more of those pennies you collect, the more money you have. Some people hear that and go, oh, I'll try and make some engaging content. I'll try and make some thoughtful, shareable content, or whatever it is. And, you know, that's how some people react. And other people will react by saying, okay, I will drink a bottle of Frank's Red Hot, and I hope that people will tune in to watch that. I mean, they should. It's a whole bottle I'll be drinking. Right? It's I think it's a fun thing to think about. But he does not think that he is doing something harmful. He is thinking this is something people love to see. But every, like, 1 in 100,000 times someone watches one of those videos, they're like, I bet I could do that. Or they start their own YouTube channel, and they don't have the fame of Shoot Nice. I don't know where he ever got that from, by the way. I don't know how someone ever, like, how do you start uploading videos where you drink entire handles of vodka? Unless you already kind of want to drink the entire handles of vodka, but different point, different time. But, yeah, I think there's a... I think there's probably a bunch of people who do try to replicate it where there is some harm caused. And then there's also harm to himself. Which I think is the more interesting part, like, helping him. Like, are you helping him for him? Are you helping him for the audience? It's like, oh, okay. I feel like there are mildly different answers based on which of those it is. Okay, there we go. That's a nice row of lava. And it gives some really nice, easy spots to fill in here. But it also makes me feel like I've done some progress today. Yeah, I feel like this is the best place to actually make real progress, and then everything else is just there for the sake of being there. Have you read A Song of Ice and Fire, the Game of Thrones series, or just watched the TV show? I've just watched the TV show. I got the books, and I got pretty into it. I find it really hard to enjoy good media. Like, when I like a TV show or a game or whatever, like, I've been really into Hollow Knight, and so I've been playing it every time I have a break or like, I'm gonna play it when the stream is finished if I don't immediately work on a Let's Play or something. I really, really like Hollow Knight Silksong, and so I am, like, I'm gonna say something that maybe is, like, I don't like saying out loud because it means I have to admit it to myself. But I've tried to set YouTube up to be basically how normal jobs are a few times. You know, oh yeah, I work a fixed number of hours every day and I take weekends off. I mentioned before, like, I've experimented with taking weekends off a few times. And the first weekend you take off is fine, and the second weekend you take off is fine. But there's just immediately downsides when you take off more than a few weekends in a row. Like, you can't just say every weekend is off, and then maybe you take a sick day here or a holiday day there. It's like, no, not... because... And also, I think, like, you can't be like, oh yeah, every day being a YouTuber ends at 5 PM, no matter what's happening. Because it's like, no, if something, you know, if something needs to be done, it needs to be done, right? There's no amount of... And so I think that when I'm actively playing another game, I'm not, you know, as, like, coming up with Minecraft ideas or, you know, playing in my world or, you know, recording background gameplay. I think having some, like, free-ish time to... Because it has to be free-ish time still. You can't work yourself every hour in the day. Akash, a chug for you is but a sip for I. I saw a guy respond to the YouTube algorithm by eating 15 bananas. He was not successful. So Tosh.0 got Shoe Nice some attention. Yeah, there's an argument that by drawing viewers to him, you know, the podcast I watched with Shoe Nice means I know about him. That, arguably, that podcast did a very bad thing. Arguably, they have enabled someone who... I would say borderline self-harms, but, you know, we can say it's a lot more than borderline. They have allowed that to exist in a way that maybe they should not have. Okay, so let's go one more row over. Like here. Okay, so this block here. That block there. I can... Sometimes the blocks just go missing, and I'm always confused by that. And then there's a block over there, too. I should theoretically be able to reach, but I certainly can't right now. Let's fly over and place them from here. So, this block here. This block there. I think the block just went nowhere, but that's fine. Or maybe it went underneath. I bet that's what happened. Yeah, I can hear so many torches burning. It's got to be there's a torch under there just wreaking havoc right now. Oh, I didn't even consider that that could happen if I get this close to it. Okay, so pick it up. Glad it did very little damage, but it did still do damage. And then we place another one, like, here, I guess. Simple. How far are you in Silksong? I just got to Act 2 last night. I think I must be coming near the end of Act 2. If you're where you are, you won't know, but I've gone for about 6 or 7 areas in Act 2. I've just unlocked what I assume has to be the final ability. I knew it was coming too. There were so many parts of the game that just weren't accessible if you did it. But yeah, like, I have spoken to other YouTubers who have a similar thing where it's like, you need some time that is just idea time. A lot of YouTube is not what you do, it's making sure you do the right thing. Like, you know, today's stream idea I need a better way to communicate that. I need a better way to, like, put that into, you know, like, a lot of people will talk about how it's storytelling or whatever, but it's really important as a YouTuber that you have a really, like, even today's video, I haven't seen it yet, how well it's doing. It's one of those ideas where I'm like, I know people want to, there's a really good thing in here somewhere, but can I explain it well enough in a title? I know I can explain it in a thumbnail. Is that good enough? You know, like, because the video I would like to make is, like, Toycat speculates wildly for 20 minutes about what would be in an Aquatic Update V2. Since we seem like we might be getting one of those based on the... you know, that's the title I want to have, but it's like, okay, no, that's... the same video with that title will do literally 90% fewer views, you know, like, etc., etc. So a lot of what is important is, like, just having time to have ideas. And so whenever I'm consuming media that I love, I'm throwing as much time as I can into that. So if I'm watching a TV show, like 3 episodes a day, I don't have time to just play Minecraft casually in my office at 11 p.m. I'm playing Silksong right now. I don't have time to just casually play Minecraft in the office at 11 p.m. because I'll be playing Silksong casually on the sofa at that time. And that is actually a bad thing. Hey Toycat, long time no see as usual. How are things going? Things are going pretty good. Thank you for asking, Haunted. Oh, what did I just do? I put the lava from one into another one of these. Things are going quite well. Thank you for asking. So let's put the buckets back in there. I think I just need to bring a bunch more cauldrons over here. I think I'm more or less ready to do that now. I need cauldrons also for my Nether project. So I should commit to finishing this one first so I can move them over there. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah, let's play some more signs for now, just so I can feel like I've done a good thing on that point. I'll have to remove the torches to get the signs in, of course, but it will be worth it if I have more bamboo, which I hope that I do. Yeah, a whole stack here, lovely. Yeah, can you have lava log blocks? Yeah, in Bedrock you can. It's not accessible. Everyone I know who is a creator is like, but that is why isn't it accessible? But the fact is that it's not. But yeah, it's a very fun little idea. So let's just grab all of those out. And let's place bamboo signs like there's no tomorrow. So we're trying to mostly have them be facing this way. But when they face this way, that's okay. So place some blocks here. And we're good. British man talks about water for 20 minutes. The British man, I can talk about... Yeah, I feel like that would be a good... Like, I do think, though, there's a funny thing where, like, at a certain level of, like, derivativeness is funny. So, like, chat, an idea I want to work on. This is one that came to me last night. I'm not sure it's a good idea yet. I have to, like, actually think about it. But I want to make just an hour of Minecraft Bedrock. I want to make the title something like that. And kind of gamble on the idea that, like, yeah, there's a lot of people who maybe don't see a lot of Minecraft Bedrock and for whom that might be a useful title that will convey the meaning or whatever that they're looking for. So let's now remove some more torches. I guess with the signs here, we don't have to worry as much about glass, but I am still going to worry about glass. I definitely am going to move this for some glass and move this for some glass. Let's go grab that right now, actually. Like, there's an entire audience that wants to see you playing Legacy. Oh, yeah, so there's a fun idea, too, right? Like, what about an hour of Legacy Minecraft? That'd be fun as well. I certainly love playing the Legacy. But then I've also, like... Yeah, there's a billion ideas I've been having about that. Like, I spoke with Mogswamp about it yesterday. And I was like, would it be cool to talk about the weird features of console that no one really thinks about or really acknowledges that deeply? But that actually are, like, quite substantial. So the size of these gets small, and then it gets bigger weirdly. And then it goes diagonally. I think that is something that should change. I think maybe at least on one of the... I think right now the river is very straight. And we need to make it say Yas Queen a few more times for this to be successful. So, yeah, having it, like, be on one side... I think it should start diagonal-ish. No, I guess it should start diagonal-ish from here to get to there. And so that's what we'll do. We'll like have this, since it looks like it will be this high up. Although no, it's gonna drop down at some point. So it can flow down. Yeah, the lava river can't go that high, realistically speaking. So we'll have it go here, and then maybe like down another block, and then have it go here, and then out one. Yeah, out one, and then here for a few blocks, then out one, and then here for a few blocks. And we'll try and connect to that middle of the river sort of looking thing later. Then out here for 3 blocks, then out here for 2 blocks, then out here for 1 block, and then diagonal a bunch. Should it be this high up? Great question, me. I think. Oh, actually, Pout gave me the. Let's test this in survival. Let's do something really utterly bonkers, chat. Also, look at this. Do you see why I've removed all the sand from my desert, chat? Why is it raining when I'm in a desert biome? It should not be raining in a desert biome. Oh, there's bugs in here because my lights are on and it's autumn, which is bug season apparently. Yeah, an hour of project name here on Bedrock. I think that might be a good title for a live stream more than a video. Weirdly, right? Because I think people expect a live stream when they see that title. Maybe I expect that incorrectly, but it is what I would guess. Okay, chat, let's do something. Apparently you can place blocks below the one that you're placing. If you, like, place it, and then do that. So I did that wrong. So let's, like, place it. And then, okay, so I'm gonna get this right eventually. Okay, that did not go according to plan. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna place it. And then do we place one down? No, we didn't. There's a way, chat. Although Pout did also say there was a way to turn off the transparency, and they lied, and someone got very upset with them. Yeah, I think placing it underneath the block you're on, it's very tricky. Maybe if I use my keyboard mouse. You should remove the signs after you finish to have the full glass contain lava. Oh yeah, that is the plan, Balo. It's going to be a really satisfying, like, moment, I think. So let's just place this one down manually, I guess. Yeah, and then we'll just, like, have this follow downwards. And then down some more. And then that should be about where we want it to be. Probably. Yeah, it's kind of messy because the sandstone here is, like, on an angle. So we can't actually go. Yeah, I think we can't go that deeply. Although we can curve it inwards with the glass that goes under this. So like there would be glass, like just to use a hypothetical. We place a torch there, and then be a glass like down here, and then a torch there, so that the glass is down here. And then if we do that like a second time down, it means there's a glass block there, which is just about on top of this. We just use one more and we're in. So we can keep the. We can keep it relatively measured. Use fire res and watch it from underneath. Yeah, wait, use fire. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to go underneath. Oh, lightning chat. I would like to remind everyone one more time. I waited hundreds of days, literally, I think 300 days or something, for lightning in my OG Super Flat series, and yeah, we just got it right here, while it means actively nothing to me. But yeah, I think I can get down there without having to, without using fire resistance. Like, everyone's such a wuss these days. Like, look, in Minecraft, fire resistance is good for going through lava, but if you're going to be in the lava for 2 seconds anyway, it doesn't matter. So I can look at the lava from underneath her. Is there a good reason to? Probably not. Actually, what would be useful is if I placed a bunch of signs. If I place a second row of signs above the lava, I'd be able to then place the signs on top of that. Perfectly. Yeah, that's the actual easiest way to make a lava river, is have 2 sets of signs. Weirdly enough. But yeah, look, I can hang out under the lava all day, every day. Works just great. It was good to see you, Dasher, by the way. Thank you for coming along, and thank you for saving coordinates. This should not be here. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. I'm going to put the water in here, and I'm just going to scoop that one up. And we'll see what this is useful for. Yeah, there's these nice little... I have these boxes that I'm going to save for later, so I can go in there and, like, look at the lava river. I mean, there won't be much to see, probably. But, yeah, I can get under here. It's fiery, but there's nothing stopping me. Getting out is a little bit trickier. I have to, like... Oh. Whee! I have to do one of those. But even that, that's not the worst thing I've ever done to escape a situation. When you remove the signs. I'm going to remove the signs all at once when I'm actually done with the entire thing. That is my plan. Yeah, I think playing some Legacy Edition would be fun. Just an hour of Minecraft Legacy Edition. That might be good. That might be fun in its own way. Yeah, I think I usually, like, there's some videos where I'm like, there is a set time of year for that. And Minecraft console videos, I'm always like, the anniversary. That is just my, it's like my channel's like, that's when we do it. And it is just when we do it, to be fair. So yeah, let's place some glass under here. Just so from the outside, there's like a rationality to how this all works. And then let's place some more signs. I mean, arguably we don't need signs here, chat. It's only to keep... I guess we do need signs to put it on the top level. If the glass was level with the sand, then we wouldn't need to. But it isn't, and so we do. And then we could dig out underneath to make it a bowl, if we really wanted to also. Now that we've got these in place. So it's worth having. Silly though that may sound. So block goes here, and block goes here. And then block goes here, and then block goes here. They're all specifically placed on each other in a way where one sign destruction would destroy all of them. Chat, if you're curious. Which means if I downloaded a copy of my world, we could destroy them all. And witness the craziness. And that would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? But we'll save it for when we are all done, you know? I'm saving this world for its eventual marriage, chat. Yeah, damn, the old-style villages take me back. Yeah. It is a very old-style village now. You know, it's one of the funny things. So today's original stream, if I let you in a secret, was gonna be defeating every structure in order. And one of the weird things is that villages were added in, I think, 1.0, but they've since been, like, this is a real Ship of Theseus question, right, chat? Was the village added in 1.0? Was the village we have right now added in 1.0? Or, you know, because they added it in 1.0, and then they just massively updated it, added 5 new variants, changed every single feature about it, besides the inhabitants? Or was it that we had villages in 1.0, and then they removed those villages to add the current ones? I kind of take the, like, I'm of the belief, you know, I kind of take, like, the consciousness gap argument here. That if you remove something entirely and then build it again, it's not the same thing, it's a second version of that thing. If I make this stream again starting now, like, if I end this and immediately start it again, it's very similar for sure, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same stream that it was. It is a follow-up stream. But, like, then there's cases of, like, there's structures that get updated, like, quite a lot, but not... Like, I don't know, the Trial Chamber and the Monster Room is an interesting version, because the clear inspiration for the Trial Chamber is the Monster Room, the dungeon, as it's actually called by most of the players, because they used to insist that you called it the dungeon, but now they insist you call it the Monster Room. It's like the Mesa nonsense all over again. You can't control my speech, Mojang. Are they considered the same structure between versions? They have the same structure identifier in the code. But then the Desert Temple and the Igloo and the Witch Hut have the same structure identifier in the code. And they clearly are not the same structure. Like, I think even Mojang, in every official communication they do, would say it would be absurd to call them the same structure. So, can you call them the same structure? Great question, no answer. Okay, so we're going to remove all of these, and then we're going to make the transition here just a bit easier to do in terms of signs. I shouldn't have removed those blocks, so I'll just put them back. And, yeah, we'll be good. It makes each stream unique in that case. I think there's a... If you were to die, right? And someone put you back together... Like, if you lose an arm and you get a prosthetic put in, you are still you. You are you, but with a... I've got a fun code that came in my headphones, by the way. You are you, but with a new arm, an overgrown arm, right? And then if you lose the other arm and you get that replaced, you are you with 2 arms. But if you die and we replace all the parts of your body with robot parts, then that's not you anymore, right? At some point, you've replaced enough parts that every single part is new, and so it's a new thing. Like, if I die, that is the moment where we say, even if you bring every individual part back, now, since they have all died, this is a different person. Whereas if I am alive and I replace my arms, then my legs, then my heart, then my chest, then my... As long as there's a continuous... it's the ship of Theseus is the philosophical name for this. And generally, people take this weird view of if it continuously is the original, then it's fine. But if at any point you break that continuity, and I would argue Minecraft did by not upgrading the village gradually, but by instead being like village, 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 new village, 6 of them, by the way. I think by doing that and having it be such a drastic 1-minute change, it is the same as killing me and building a robot to replace me. It's the same as having a boat that has survived many a battle, many a journey, and then having that boat, you know, the SS Toy Cat or whatever. Side note: why does SS both mean boat, but also man from Austrian painter Germany? Anyway, fair enough too. Depends if your memories or personality you replace. Yeah, let's say that the robot brain that replaces me, right? Let's say I die for 10 years and then a robot brain replaces me. It has all of my memories because they're like, presuming you freeze yourself or something, all of your memories are stored as data in your brain. Like that kind of like messes me up a bit to think about, because it's not like binary data like 1s and 0s. Every piece of data in your brain is stored in a very bizarre, you know, system of synapses that fire in different ways. But yeah, the broad point of what I'm saying is that you know, Minecraft villages, are they the same as the villages? Are they the same villages from 1.0, or are they new? I take the opinion that there are new villages, but you could probably make a decent argument that they just updated the villages because it kept the same name. Because they've never done that with another structure. This is... I've heard a lot of people saying ocean monuments are going to get an update, and ocean monuments are one of my favorite parts of Minecraft, so I would like this to be true, but I don't think it will be, because of the fact that we've only really seen one structure get like a major overhaul, and then we saw minor changes to the Mineshaft. But, you know, maybe the Mineshaft, you could argue, yeah, it got changed so much that it's a brand new structure. But I think that they happened like piece by piece, slowly. But maybe the Mineshaft is the newest Minecraft structure. I think it was 1.21 where they added the chains. Toycat, I'm lost. You're yapping too much. So to finish my yapping, thank you very much for watching today. SS is Steamship. Thank you for jumping aboard the Steamship Toycat. I hope that you enjoyed it. But we do reach the point where I say that we are at the end. This stream will be unlisted when it's done, so if you want to see it, make sure you go to the unlisted live streams playlist. Also, if you're curious, there is a new version of the Let's Play download that is in the process of coming out, and so you can check that out, alongside what are currently brand new versions of Boss Blitz and Toycat's Let's Plays. I would show you them. Oh, I can show you them. So just type in Toycat, and you'll find... Yeah, you'll find Space Cats, as well as Toycat's Let's Play, and Toycat's Toolkit, which is a brand new update. Wait, you can see it in the screenshots here. Has a brand new update. Wow, look how cool this looks. Look how cool this is. It's all available now. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on Sunday. Maybe next Tuesday. See you soon. I've got an editor for the channel coming over. He's like a friend of mine. We're gonna hang, have a good time, maybe have a good idea session, and then it'll be great. Okay, thank you and goodbye. Last one before you go. I always do these, it seems. It sounds like you're the one ending the streams, Haunted. I'm just kidding. It was great to see you. I'm gonna go play some Hollow Knight now. Have a great day. Goodbye.